Hi everybody, Dan Ullman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Thursday, July the 13th, race number 4 at Belmont Park. We're going 6 furlongs. It's a state-bred maiden special weight for 2-year-olds, a full field of first-time starters in the body of the race. Let's take a look at this field. Download your free Formulator past performances on the Race of the Day event page. You'll have some pedigree, you'll have some trainer, be able to check out the work tab, and we'll hopefully give you some information to decipher this curious race.
They're not easy races, especially when you got a field of 10 in the main body and you got no races to go on. You're just doing, let's call it, some educated guessing here.
Let's take the field in post-position order, and we'll begin with the number 1, Super Stone, and she is bred to be fast. She's by Bustin' Stones, who we knew was a very fast horse in his day, and he connects with 21% winners with his 2-year-old debut runners. This is a half to 3 black type earners, including Mr. Z, who made $1 million plus.
Yeah, Mr. Z he didn't win that often, but they ran him in just about every tough race there was, and he held his own for a long time. He was a pretty good horse. We'll see what happens. Trainer, I think he does a good job. He picks up the leading rider. He has enough pedigree. There are things to like about this horse.
He'll have to extricate himself from that inside post, but there is speed in the pedigree. I wouldn't be surprised if she's fast. The 2 is My Roxy Girl from the first crop of MC, who's only had 1 2-year-old debut runner to date. This dam was a 6-time winner and is a full sister to a multiple stakes winning dirt sprinter. This filly didn't sell very well, though.
Yeah, they got this horse pretty cheap. I'm very interested to see what the MCs can do. He was a pretty nice horse. The dam herself, I mean, she was fine. She sort of ran at the lesser tracks, lower level tracks. She was actually disqualified from a stakes win at Assiniboia Downs, so she could run a little bit. First-time starters, not Mitch Friedman's thing.
Mitch Friedman's having a really nice year from limited options, but as we see from a formulator fact, you're absolutely right. Over the past 5 years with 2-year-olds on dirt, 4% to 65% return on investment. Trainer Tom Morley has the 3, Climb the Ladder. This is a daughter of Bellamy Road, who wins with 7% of his 2-year-old debut runners. The dam was a sprint winner and has foaled 2 winners from 4 runners.
Yeah, 4 foals. The 2 that have won only won once. Neither one of them is that good. We'll see what happens. I think this horse is a little bit interesting, if only because she has enough pedigree for me, especially in the second family. And Tom Morley, he's having a really tough meet at Belmont Park right now. I think if you just look up his overall stats with first-time starters, they don't look great, but he got off to a really, really poor start. He's got much better horses now. 3 debut winners last year. I think he's really starting to pick it up with his first-time starters. This horse is a little interesting.
And you mentioned that second family. The second dam, Pantelis, was a pretty fast horse, a multiple stakes winner. And this dam we mentioned, a sprint winner, is a half to another stakes-placed dirt sprinter. The number 4 is Miss Mystique, one of 2 in here, trained by Leah Jarmati. Miss Mystique was a $19,000 buyback as a weanling, a $17,000 buyback as a yearling, and then she must have impressed with that 2 furlong breeze in 21 at the sale back in April, because she sold for $180 grand.
Yeah, they paid a pretty big ticket for her a couple of months ago, so we'll see what happens. Leah's really there's a good pedigree here anyway. The first 3 foals are all multiple winners from this dam, including Brenda's Way, who's a good horse, 9 wins overall stakes winner. Leah's she's so good with first-time starters. She doesn't have, the numbers of some other guys. She doesn't start a bunch of them. 2-year-old first-time starters in dirt sprints the past 5 years, 6 for 24. The ROI is almost $6 with those horses. She has her firsters ready to go.
Tuffelsberg, the sire, was a pretty fast horse in his day. 9% winners with 2-year-old debut runners. The 5 is Cartwheel, going out for trainer Mark Henning. We have a formulator fact for the Henning barn. Past 5 years with 2-year-old first-time starters on dirt in New York bred maiden special weights at Belmont. You can do a lot with formulator. 30% giant ROI. $9.45. Cartwheel comes from this Overbrook Farm family. The dam's a half to La Machina, who is a stakes winner going long on the dirt. Flatter gets 12% winners from 2-year-old debut runners. This dam was a sprint winner.
Yeah, Henning's good with first-time starters. They don't win a ton, but he tends to have them ready to go. I like the Flatters, and I like this dam as well. If you just look up at the dam kaleidoscope, she went 1 for 10 in her career. But she was a lot better than that record indicates. They did a lot of turf running with her for some reason. She was a way better dirt sprinter, and they never really sprinted her on dirt that much. The first 2 starts of her career, which were the 2 of her 3 career dirt sprints, were both really good efforts, including the 79 Beyer win. this horse has pedigree and a good trainer and some good workouts. There are things to like about this horse.
Got a couple fast workouts out there. The 6 is Rayana Rhea Dreams, a $30,000 purchase in May after working a furlong at 22-3 at Fasig-Tipton. Yes, It's True does well with 2-year-old first-time starters, 14%. This dam was a stakes winner on the turf, though.
Yeah, I like the Yes, It's True. I like this dam. She was a good horse, but as you point out, a good turf horse. You know, you're not going to see Randy Prasad winning with a bunch of first-time starters, but this horse will be a big price.
Dams fold 2 winners from 4 runners. The number 7, Starlight Mission, also has a turf pedigree. This is the family of Voodoo Dancer, who was a really nice turf horse. The sire, Mission Impassable, gets 12% debut winners with his 2-year-olds, but the dam was a turf winner. She's a half to a stakes place turf runner. A $14,000 buyback as a weanling. She sold up for $30,000 in April after working in 10-3, now with Gary Contessa.
It'll be interesting to see what she does. This is another horse where there are ways to look at her and get interested in her. There's a lot of turf on the dam side, which you also found. I don't love that about her, but Mission Impassable is a good sire. Contessa, he's one of those guys. He doesn't win with a lot of first-time starters either, but when they do win, their prices. So if this horse starts going off at some kind of 10, 15 to 1, don't necessarily think that's a bad sign. He'll win with these horses when their prices.
Dams fold 3 winners from 4 runners. Straw Hat's the 8th, the other Leah Jarmati trained entrant, a daughter of Posse, the sire Mind Your Biscuits. Posse 10% winners with 2-year-old debut runners. This dam was a 4-time winner and has thrown a stakes-winning sprinter named Dreamboat Annie.
Dreamboat Annie is a good horse. Started a career for Leah as well. She was a good horse on turf and dirt. I like the Posses as turf sprinters too, so I wonder if this horse will get the surface switch down the line. But again, we already talked about Leah with first-time starters. Do not overlook them.
$20,000 short yearling purchase was a $25,000 buyback last year. The number 9, Codrington, goes out for trainer David Don. Kind of a turfy pedigree here. Courageous Cat, only 3% winners with 2-year-old debut runners. The dam stakes placed on the lawn.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens if this horse is meant for turf down the line. Courageous Cat, it feels like they're almost all turf horses. The dam was pretty good on dirt. She could run on dirt, so maybe this horse will get some pedigree from that point of view. I just didn't like this horse that much.
$9,500 buyback as a yearling. The 9, Codrington, akin to 2 winners from 3 runners. Here's Whatever is the number 10, also trained by A.C. Avia. The sire, Here Comes Ben, 9% winners with 2-year-old debut runners. This dam was a route winner, however. I think there's a lot of stamina on the bottom of this pedigree. Maybe this filly wants a little more distance.
Maybe she does. Dam, she did win going long, but she wasn't that good. Her first full third son is, I think, 1 for 16 right now. Not that good. I like Avia's other horse a lot better.
Dylan Davis takes the mount on this 2-year-old. We've got 6 horses on the also eligible list. The only one that really interests me is the horse way on the outside, Beau Arts, simply because she earned a 45 buyer in her debut.
Probably not getting in.
Let's take a look at our top selections for race number 4 at Belmont. We both landed on the Henning first-time starter, the number 5, Cartwheel. You went 5, 4, 1, and 8. I went 5, 1.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what Cartwheel does here. There are a lot of things to like about this horse.
If you are playing the Belmont Thursday card from home, new DRF Bet subscribers will have access to a 10% win place takeout on 10 selected tracks all summer long, plus access a $300 cash bonus. For all of the details, drf.com/take10 is where you'd like to go. Approximate post time for race number 4 at Belmont on Thursday, 3:09 Eastern. Best of luck.